Night, so you know what that means. It's time for RevX's wrestling review. I'm your co-host, Buddha Fighter. With me, as always, MJ Hatton. Man, this week made up for a lot
Yeah,
of
man,
the past month, let's say.
this this was an absolute wild week. I have to admit, I'm impressed with Raw this week. Like I am super impressed. Dark Tree with the 10. Let's go, buddy. Thank you for being awesome. My hat's off to you, dude. Um yeah,
Right
man,
on,
there was a
right on.
lot that went on this time. How we doing, chat? Vinny, welcome in. Uh just we're kind of just hanging out. So we wanted to
Dark
start
Streak,
this
let's go
show off.
retro.
Yeah, that's what's up. Thank you, Retro. Thank you. Appreciate that. There's a lot to talk about, and I really want to get into it, but of course the baby is starting to wake up right now. Go figure. How about that? So, guys, first, before we get started, let me ask you guys a question. What do you rate the week, those of you that watched? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Here we
Benny,
go.
what's up? How's it going? Day was good. Raw was amazing. Dark Tree says Raw was amazing. Smack had its moments, but the lesser of the two shows. That is agreeable.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I see that, man. So, I mean, we can get straight into it. I got to fix an audio thing on my end. 1 second. Sorry about that. It is what it is. Okay. Cuzzo, say something for me.
Something for you.
I think we're good to go. You guys can still hear Buddha, right? One more time.
Y'all can hear me? Dark Tree, can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah, he can hear you. All right, cool. Cool. Sorry about that. I'm having technical difficulties. It's been a day today, man. It has been a wild day. Let's get into
Five
it,
by
though.
five.
5x5. Appreciate that. All right. So we start on Raw with a video package from the Elimination Chamber. And of course, this is how they start every show nowadays. It's either the walk-ins or it's the video packages from the big PLEs or the big matches that happened last week. This was pretty good. Heyman and the Vision have already made their way to the ring. When we cut to the ring, they've took over Raw at the start of the show. They're talking about Seth Rollins. Logan Paul says he is going to beat his ass, and they are going to hold the show hostage until he comes out. Pierce comes out, and he says they need to leave. Then the masked man, I'm sorry. They need to leave when the masked man come out and chase off the rest of the Vision. There were several different masked men. Security went after the first one. Logan Paul went after one. Theory went after another, and then Paul Heyman is standing in the ring all by his lonesy wonesy. This was good. Seth Rollins comes out under a mask, and he hits Paul Heyman in the back with a chair because there was one at the ramp that Paul Heyman was looking at. Seth comes from behind, and it was the same building. I don't know if you know this or not. It's the same building that Seth did the same thing to Roman Reigns when he broke up the Shield. That is
No, did not know
magnificent
that, but
stuff.
that is nice.
Yeah, isn't it a little just a cherry on top? It's
Oh yeah.
such a great story. Such a great story. Um, yeah, man, he ended up giving Heyman a stomp. What do we think about that? What do we think about the stomp?
That's been a long time coming. There was a video that I seen on the internet a couple days ago that was like the setup, and it was last year when Rollins like fake stomping Heyman, and then it was like the actual product, and then it showed, of course, Rollins stomping the shit out of Heyman.
So we go to commercial break, obviously, because we live in the United States and we have commercials here. Um, Dark Tree says the stomp was good, but the fake blood sucked and unneeded. Agreed. Agreed.
Agreed.
Uh, um, in the back, Heyman is in an ambulance, and Theory and Paul go to get a car. Well, Logan Paul does. Theory is standing there. Theory walks up to a car that pulls up, and lo and behold, it's Jimmy Uso who just starts beating the shit out of him. He knocks on the window of the ambulance, and what for? He didn't do anything at this point. He didn't do anything. It's L.A. Knight driving the ambulance. So how does that tie into this story? That's my
Logan
next
Paul low
question.
blowed him in Elimination Chamber.
Sure, but
That I really think that's the only thing that ties it together.
Well, let me ask you: is LA Knight holding Paul Heyman hostage right now? Do we need to send
Could
help?
be. We will have to find out. I mean, honestly and truthfully, we'll have to look on Raw and see what happened.
Dark Train,
Uh,
I
Dark-
agree. I thought it was ketchup. I thought it was
that's
ketchup.
that's fair. But did you see
So
that LA Knight just about killed somebody in the process of doing that segment?
yeah, he did. He
He
did.
seriously about ran that
That's
dude
so.
over.
That's so horrible. That's so horrible. Um. Well, LA Knight drives off, and then we cut back to the ring, and we get our opening match of the night, and it's Gunther taking on Dragon Lee. Uh, Gunther is making his way to the ring when Dragon Lee comes out and attacks him from behind, going 90 miles an hour. This match starts out very fierce. Dragon Lee put on a good show here. Um, he does gain the upper hand rather quickly. Gunther has never lost a non-title match since being on the main roster. I did not know that. That's good information to
Yeah,
know. Uh,
good
Dragon
facts.
tries countless times to mount a comeback, but every time he does, he is met by Gunther's pure dominance. The finish sees Gunther lock in the sleeper and take the mask off of Dragon Lee to make him panic to tap out, because that's what it's for. Beautiful storytelling. Gunther is such a strong character. I didn't know that about a non-title match. Can you tell me, man? Like where's Gunther gonna go now? What's he doing for Mania?
I don't know. Like, there's really no point in him wrestling Dragon Lee again. Like that was just a squash match to begin with. Uh,
He
yes, he
still
still
sucks on the
sucks on the
mic.
mic,
Yeah,
and he always will. And it's
hundred
honestly,
percent
it's
victory.
just he can't get his fluency with words to work the way that he wants it to. But I don't know. Gunther could answer Brock Lesnar's call.
Right?
That's a possibility. What's up, Bacon Fish?
That was my thought. Brock Lesnar, man. That's since Rusev and Obafemi are doing this whole other thing. Why not Gunther versus Brock? That would be amazing. That would be
Mm-hmm.
fantastic. Um, Give me just a second. I'm sending out a notification.
Because like my question there would be, does Brock Lesnar actually like give in to those chops that Gunther gives like everybody else does, or does he try to be that alpha male and not take abuse from somebody that's basically his size?
I mean, there's a good piece to it, man. You definitely I think it would be a hell of a match. It'd be wonderful to see. It'd be absolutely wonderful. I Gunther is booked very strong purposely. Uh we get a backstage segment next with the Kabuki Warriors. AJ checks on Kyrie, who is in a daze. Listen, this whole thing with Kyrie, I'm just waiting for her to turn on Asuka. Why not do it for Mania? I think now's the time to pull the trigger on this story. What else is Asuka doing?
Who's she going to face though to make that happen?
No, that's what I'm saying. Kyrie versus Asuka.
They'd have to. I mean, they could still build that. There's still 5 weeks left, so I mean, it is within the realm of possibility. But I don't think I see them doing that. So
Bacon Fish, good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Yeah, man. There's I don't know. I would like to see it come to an end. They've been telling this story, and she's been yelling at Kyrie for a year now. I'm over it. Kyrie could do so much better. She's being held back by Asuka. It sucks. Next up, AJ Lee makes her way out to the ring. She gives
Bacon
Becky
Fish,
her
I agree.
flowers.
Bacon
Fair
Fish
enough.
says I could see him taking at least one shot stone faced.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Uh AJ gives Becky her flowers, but she says she's in the past now and she wants a new challenger, and she sets up another open challenge. The open challenge is the theme of the week, dude. It really is. Um Backstage segment with all the Americanos, original and fake. There is a match between them in Mexico, March 14th. That's good to know. I missed that. The original El Grande Americano challenges either one of the Americanos to a match, which leads us to, ladies and gentlemen, such a segue, match number 2. It was the original versus Rio Americano. Uh, we do, before we get into the match, we do get a Liv Morgan interview. backstage. It's a segment. She's up against a fence and she's talking about Stephanie Vaquer and how she's privileged. It's really good, actually. Liv Morgan does good work. This match was basically a squash match for El Grande. Each competitor tried to unmask each other. The other Americanos tried to get involved, but it backfired, and Original hit his finish for the win. Yeah, man, this El Grande Americano story, I'm over it. I'm over it.
Yeah,
I'm ready
it needs to go.
I'm ready to move on,
The
man.
fact that they spent 5 minutes in the match trying to unmask one another is just like honestly aggravating. Try Dartree, a decent segment with Liv.
Yes.
Like she done really good.
Yes. I agree with that, Dark Tree. Once we come back from commercial break, Rusev comes out and he stands on the announce table and he calls out Oba Femi. Oba comes out. Oba says to bring it, basically. Then they come to blows, and these guys were just like pop, 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 pop. Neither one of them moving. That was insane. They were both punching hard walls. You know, I was about that. I know we said Brock Lesnar, but if we can't have Oba versus Brock, I'll take Oba versus Rusev. I think that'll be okay. I really do.
Be a good way to get his first WrestleMania moment under him.
Sure. Oba ends up with the upper hand and sends Rusev to the outside, and then they start mouthing off again. But this was a clash. This is a really good clash. Thank you, Dark Tree. Yes, two monsters of men. I mean, they're huge, both of them. And Oba's bigger than Rusev, and Rusev's a big guy. So, you know,
Yep.
I'm just saying. Backstage segment with Bailey and Lyra. Oh, no, you should challenge. Oh, no, you should challenge. Listen. This is a positive segment.
What's up, C?
Hey, good to see you, buddy. I'm trying to be positive about this Raw because I gave it a high rating. You'll find out at the end. But there are some segments. Thank you for the
Cheers,
bait
brother.
break, C. You always catch me on that. There it is. Got it.
What are you vaping this week?
Same thing I've been vaping, man. I don't vape very much. This is still my banana one that I've had for like 6 months.
Sour raspberry punch. Fucking delicious.
I love my banana or a blue raspberry. Blue raspberry is my jam, dude. They go to Pierce's office and Io Sky walks out. So this sets up something for later. We'll get to that. The next match on the card, however, was Jimmy Uso taking on Austin Theory, and this is the direct result of the thank you for that, C. No ice, Dark Tree. I don't like menthol. But blue raz, hell yeah.
Dark Tree, I'll side with you on that one, brother.
Honestly, man, this Jimmy Uso versus Austin Theory match, this was subpar. I mean, it's just another squash. It's a time filler, but it's the story that they're building. I think we're gonna get Vision versus tag champs, the Usos, for Mania, and I hate
That's okay.
No, man, I hate that. The original
right
members
on,
of the
Dark
Vision
Tree.
are gone, and let's not forget we still got Seth to deal with. So I don't know, man. There's so much there. Jimmy is in full control of this match, getting a lot of offense in before we spill outside. Jimmy puts Theory on the table and goes to the top rope, but Logan Paul shows up. Jimmy gets to him first, but the numbers game catches up, causing the disqualification. Jey Uso's music hits, and Jimmy and Jay end up hitting the 1D on Logan Paul. Plus, he hit Paul with the crutches, which is funny as hell. And right here, could set up a tag team title match. Let's discuss. Buddha, what are your thoughts?
First of all, look at your mic or look at your camera where I'm at,
and
say hi to Blaze. Somebody
Blaze.
wanted to make a special guest appearance.
Hi, Blaze.
So he says hi.
Give a shout out to the beautiful dog. 100%. That is Blazy Boy, and
yes, sir.
He's all right, man. He's chill.
Oh
tiny,
God, he's heavy. He is heavy. He tiny my ass. He's 32 pounds.
Want my dog? You want my dog? That's what I thought.
No, because
3C. Appreciate that.
Trust me. See, he gets them all the time. Every time he goes potty, he gets a treat.
Dark Tree says they have to give the Vision something for Mania with the two main legs out on the shelf. Yeah, that's it, man. That's what I'm talking about. The whole thing is Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are really the Vision. They have been replaced by Logan Paul and Austin Theory. We have changed this group entirely. It is no longer this superior group. Now, these guys are good. I'm not saying they're not, but Austin Theory is upper mid card at best. Logan Paul is just now starting to get to the point where he is kind of upper mid card and lower high card. Does that make sense?
Nah, I don't think he's lower high. Like I don't think I think you're giving him a little too much credit there. Honestly and truthfully,
I am.
I feel as though you could give them the tag team titles because I mean, let me ask you this: what are we doing with the tag titles?
Raw's tag division is stupid right now. Anyway, you're right.
Agreed.
The Usos have it for the umpteenth time. Listen, I mean that's another record. That's cool, but what happened to like Jay's push? You know, let's go back to that. It's kind of like, oh
Yeah.
well, they gave up and plans change. That happens all the time. Things change all the time in multiple things in WWE, in STFC. Things change all the time. So I'm just throwing that out there. All right. So next up, we got the backstage segment with Danhausen and Adam Pearce. Pearce introduces the Judgment Day to Danhausen, and Danhausen kind of gets verbal with him a little bit, and he curses Dom. So, you know, Dom's got an Intercontinental title match tonight. That's a problem, isn't it? Right there in that moment, cuz I knew Dom was losing his title.
Yeah, when that happened, I knew it just as well.
That was horrible. That was horrible. I don't even know. Darktree says, let's be honest. The other tag title match for Mania is a squash for sure. So the Usos are going to have to carry the tag title division. Yeah, you're 1,000% right. You're 1,000.
We will get to that here shortly. Yeah,
because we got number one contenders tonight. So, and you know that, Darktree. You know that. Okay. Backstage interview with Rhea Ripley. She says she is going to Smackdown for a face-to-face with Jade Cargill. And she does. Oh, my God. She does. We'll get there. Next right, Monday night's Raw. You're good. Oba versus Rusev. And then we have that's why I said I was... yeah, right. We have Oba versus Rusev. And then with a 6-woman number one contenders gauntlet match for the Intercontinental title. That's got everybody. It's got Bayley. It's got Lyra. It's got so many people. It's crazy. But what I want to talk about here, and I wish Buddha was still here, but guys, you all can talk with me, yeah? Let's talk about Io Sky. Io Sky is in this match. She's probably the one that's going to get the gauntlet match to get the number one contendership to give her a WrestleMania moment. Because let's face it, Io is up higher than Lyra and Bayley. If it's not Io, it's Bayley. Both of those women are super talented. And I hate to say that Io Sky has been relegated to the mid card because she is a main eventer when it comes to the women's division on Raw. She is a top tier talent. She has been the champion. She is an emote. She deserves it. Sure. I'm not saying she doesn't. What I don't want is for her to go to the mid card. I don't want her to go down from where she's at because when you go down from the top, it is extremely hard to climb and claw your way back up. Tell me if I'm wrong. Let's talk Io Sky, cuz. Let's talk Io Sky for a second. If where she came out of Pierce's office, right?
Mm-hmm.
That tells me that either she's going to win this gauntlet match or Bayley's going to win this gauntlet match. And if it's Io
and
Sky,
go against AJ, I'm okay with either one of those, really.
Okay, but hear me out. I'm not done. Io Sky is being relegated to the mid card if she wins this match. I don't like it.
I think she's just in there. I think she's just in there to have a name, really.
Maybe, just to give her a moment.
Yeah, same thing with Bayley. Like, if anything, if with the women they got in this match, Lyra Valkyria would be like a soft possibility for a win because they still need something to boost her. She's already worked a program with Becky. She's worked a program with Bayley. Why not let her work a program with AJ?
Here's the thing. I gotta agree with Dark Tree. I would rather see Bailey and AJ than Io and AJ. Just
Yeah,
me personally. I would rather see Bailey over Io here because Bailey has been in the Intercontinental picture the whole time. Io, on the other hand, doesn't have a WrestleMania moment right now. So
no, but she got hers last year.
that's true. She did. She won a title last year at Mania. Maybe
No,
Bailey,
she
who was
retained
a
her title at Mania last year.
thank you. That's true. But maybe Bailey, where she didn't get to do it, maybe this is her year. I don't know.
It's good.
It's a point of contention.
That's a good call. That's a very good call. Well,
Match
finish up
number
Raw
4.
for us, brother.
I'm working on it. I know I'm going slow. I'm sorry. I'm excited. Match number 4. Prediction: SummerSlam Io versus Rhea for the title. I mean, that's what we had at Mania last year, and it was good. Um, Match number 4, Intercontinental Championship. Penta taking on Dominic Mysterio. This match was a lot of back and forth action with some great technical and high flying stuff. Dom looked good in his first match back since his shoulder injury. In the end, though, Penta becomes your new Intercontinental Champion after a Mexican Destroyer. Buddha, I know you're a Dominic Mysterio fan.
Yeah,
What was he doing with this title?
nothing, honestly. And I hope that Penta does something more with it. But I don't see. I don't know. Like, unfortunately, they just don't care about the mid card titles.
He did deserve it, Darktree. You're right. Let me
He
ask you
did.
this: do you know the last time that the Intercontinental title was fought for?
Not since he won it back from John Cena.
100%, 100%.
But
Which
he
means
also like got hurt
no
right
defenses.
afterwards.
That's true too. To give him credit, but that's been what now? How long Cena been retired now? 3 months? 4
2 months.
months? No, it was
Two
last year,
months.
bro. It was
It was
last year, bro.
December
We're in
13th.
March.
We're in March. We ain't even to the 13th yet. It's 2.5 months,
It,
bruh.
bruh, bruh. Dom is a great character, Dark Tree. Here's the thing. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Dom is a great character. I am not his biggest fan. I'm not going to pretend to be. But Dominic Mysterio is still a Mysterio, and he's got a little bit of that Latino heat in him. It's the only connection we have to Eddie Guerrero. It just is. And he's got the same mannerisms. He could do really good. He really
Mhm.
could if they booked him correctly. That's the issue.
Yeah, see, just about 3 months, right?
Thank you, C. All right. So, sorry. Again, I don't mean to sidetrack, but it is what it is. Um, they go over Drew McIntyre, Nick Aldis segment from after Elimination Chamber, Cody versus Drew for SmackDown, for the WWE title, which we'll talk about. Roman Reigns makes his way to the ring. Now, this is the good part of the night. Are you guys ready for this? This is the best part of the show. Roman Reigns makes his way to the ring. In he has Indianapolis acknowledge him. I didn't know what you meant by Indy there for a second. Uh,
Mm.
and then CM Punk comes out. CM Punk tells Reigns he is in his head and can see through him. Roman tells Punk he is a punk ass bitch. Punk tells Roman he's going to bury him next to his father where he won't be alone anymore. Listen, there's a few more mic drops in there. Roman Reigns looks at CM Punk during this segment and he says, and I quote, "We're going to put you on the John Cena retirement tour. We're going to give you some t-shirts to sell, maybe book a house in Chicago, send you down to NXT to train all our guys, to send them up to me so I can destroy them." Oh, man. Oh, man. Both these men in this promo were on point. And I do believe that the dead dad line was a shoot and not a work. Just saying. That's a personal
Could be.
opinion.
Could be.
So I don't know. Overall, damn good show. The matches were great. The title change feels common now, and the mic work overall during the show was on par. Buddha gives this one a 4. Had we had more matches, maybe more, but you know how it goes. Runtime 2 hours and 18 minutes. I also say for the next to your dead dad line, mic drop. Oh, had not been for that, 3.5, but 4. So
So
I'm
let,
sorry
let,
for
let
taking
me
so long.
you're good. Let me touch on, you kind of like questioned the title changes feel common now. Okay, let me
That
touch on that for a second. In the last
Yeah.
4 days, from Friday to Monday, we've had 3 title changes.
Yep.
That's my point.
Yep. And
It's
then
it's
and
becoming too
and
common.
and then on SmackDown we got more. So
We got more. And like it's crazy. Like I've never, and I guess that's why. Like now, I'm actually kind of involved because they've changed so many titles so quick to Mania and Dark Tree. This goes back to what you were saying. Uh, they're trying to get those ticket sales up. So this is a
100%.
better way for them to push ticket sales when they've got new champions fighting for the titles they just won against viable opponents.
100%.
Well, some are viable opponents, and we'll touch on that here in a little bit.
Oh yeah, man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. This was a good week. But take us into SmackDown, cuz, because I took 30 minutes to go through Raw. I know you're not going to take that long to go through SmackDown. That's my
Hell
bad. I'm
no,
I'm very excited, okay? Your notes are
I
better
am
than mine
viable.
too.
Yes, Big Sweets, you would definitely be a viable opponent.
I mean, I could suplex you, bro. Oh wait, I've done that.
All right. So, on the positive note, guys, I can see.
Yeah,
So, we'll be
you can
able to
read this
read through
week.
this tonight and be all right. So, we open with the chamber recap. Like Hat said when he opened the show, that's a common thing for them to use anymore. But it also included where Aldis makes the championship match between Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes tonight. Once we get inside the arena, we get Randy Orton's music, and he makes his way out to the ring. He said he's done 20 matches at Mania, and he's only main evented 2 times. So for anybody that likes math, that's 10% of the
Yeah,
matches that he's been
which
in
is crazy
WrestleMania.
because when you talk about Randy Orton, he is a mainstay. He is on a lot of people's Mount Rushmore. Please continue.
He says he's excited to main event. He also talks about how he's in the legend category already. Expresses his love for the people. Super babyface promo from him. Says whoever he's fighting is leaving Vegas. He is leaving Vegas as the champ. Lights go out and Trick Williams music hits. He starts talking about Randy, gets in the ring and talks about his lemon pepper step at RKO.
Yep.
every
It's
time, every time that he goes to talk about them damn shoes, he meets an
yes, Dark
RKO anymore.
Uh, Dark Tree says Randy's getting number 15 at Mania. I
I,
wholeheartedly
I think
agree.
we're
We'll
all
get
in
there.
agreement with that. Yeah.
We'll get there.
We get a set. What the hell just happened there?
I don't know.
Uh, I hit the down button and it went everywhere.
Don't do
Segment
that.
with Nick Aldis and Carmelo Hayes in the back. There is a surprise challenger for the Open Challenge tonight. So let's get into that match. Match 1 was the U.S. Open Championship or Open Challenge Championship match. Carmelo Hayes defended against Dr. Wagner Jr. He is the AAA Latin American champion. This match was very fast paced. Both men were with bouncy offense. These guys put on a hell of a show. Multiple finishers on both of them, several near falls. Melo eventually hits nothing but net for the win, but this was close. Like there was one time that I really thought they were going to give it to Dr. Wagner.
All right, Buddha. Before we continue,
Yo,
we
yeet.
you and I we have an ad break coming up. I just want you to know that. So, there is
All right.
something I definitely want to touch on here. Carmelo Hayes in this Open Challenge. Let's
Mm-hmm.
talk about it for a minute because Carmelo Hayes 100% has been doing this every week, and
Every week.
that's so rare to actually have a fighting champion. And whoever the fuck's music plays is how it goes. I'm sure he knows in advance but for the audience, that's
Yeah,
exciting.
it is exciting. And the fact that they went with somebody different tonight just made it that much more like important.
It
Like, who's
does.
Carmelo Hayes going to face at Mania? Ilya?
Who, who the probably, probably.
Like, I feel as though that's going to be where that actually happens. But like, just touching on Carmelo Hayes, like you said, he is the fighting. If you're talking about workhorse champions in WWE right now, his name's on the top of that list. because he
100%.
is defending every week.
Every week. Every week. And it's so wonderful to see, man. It's not something that we get anymore from a lot of people. Like, okay, we were just talking about Dominic Mysterio not fighting since he won the title 3 months ago. Jade Cargill is another example. She who else? Who else? Who else? Stephanie Vaquer has only defended her title like once or twice. Uh
Yep.
who's the women's US champion right now? I don't even know.
Julia,
When's the last time she fought for her title?
I think when she won it back from Chelsea.
Imagine that. This is the point I'm trying to make. This is the point I'm trying to make. The mainstays, Hayes deserves better respect. 100% agree,
Amen,
Dark
Dark
Tree.
Tree.
I
Amen,
agree
Dark
with
Tree.
that. Um, you know, Carmelo Hayes, he is a wonderful individual. He's him, and he'll tell you that he's him. He has the potential to be main event in 10 years, like he really does. So I hope he sticks with it. Just saying, because there's not a lot of people you can say that about. I feel like that's a good call. I feel like he's one of the ones that'll kind of hang out and do it, you know? And I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to I just you do what you want. I think we're back. So go ahead.
You're good. In the back, we get an interview with Ilya Dragunov. He says he's been losing, so he doesn't deserve, because Carmelo Hayes has been giving him the opportunity to take that open U.S. challenge, and Ilya's been telling him no, and that's because he's been losing. So he doesn't want to challenge while he's losing. But as he's talking about this, he says he doesn't deserve it. He talks about his mom. Miz has to come in and interrupt, and so does Kit Williams. No, Kit Wilson. Wilson.
Thank you.
God,
I don't
that
know
threw
why
me
it's
off.
I don't know why it says Williams. I know it's Wilson. Jesus. I'll fix it.
But that sets up. I think that sets up a match for next week between Kit Wilson and Ilya Dragunov.
Well, Dark
I'm
Tree,
pretty.
hold
I'm
on.
pretty sure that's kind of what that.
Go ahead. I
Miz
didn't mean
is
to cut
just
you off.
there to. Miz is just there to help advance talent now.
Yeah. Miz is the jobber guy. And that's okay. He's made a career out of being the mid carder. And there's nothing wrong with that. He plays ball for a professional team.
Yeah.
So, I mean, either way, Miz is getting paid. He's got a beautiful wife. He's got a beautiful car. He's got a beautiful house. Like, Miz has got it made, bro, because he stuck with it. That guy, Mike Mizanin, was a reality TV show guy when he started.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward 20 years, Logan Paul.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. Nick and Damian Priest, our Truth segment in the back. They tell Priest that they are going to be part of the tag team turmoil. It's going to be Truth and Priest. They may be going for the titles, which makes very little sense to me, but
Yep.
we'll go with it.
Yep.
Then Drew comes up. He wants Nick to cancel the match. Nick tells him basically, I have tried to tell you to stay out of everything, and you've gave me your word you should stay out of everything.
And then he does.
But you went back on your word, so I went back on mine, and your match
Good
is
call.
still going on tonight.
Good call, Kozo.
Like that was that was great fucking writing right there.
Yeah, it was a good promo, man. It was good. It was good video backstage. I have to say, this whole story with Drew has been up and down. They've got good points and bad, but
I get what you're
honestly,
saying now, Dark Tree.
I want to see Cody turn heel, and I think Drew's the way. I do.
All right, let's get to the most dumb segment of the night.
Here we go.
Nia Jax and Lash Legend come out to make their way out for their celebration. Come out and talk about them being the best and issue an open challenge. So, of course, Charlotte and Alexa come out and cut a decent promo. They're number one contenders, but Julia and Kiana James come out, cut a shitty promo. Aldis comes out and makes a match for the number one contendership right now, leading us into match number 2 of the evening. Charlotte and Alexa versus Kiana James and Julia. Again, these women put on a decent show. There was a couple of spots that they botched. The early part of this match was putting Kiana James over. Why, I wonder? Well, she's making a name for herself, regardless of whether you want to admit to it or not. She is starting to make a name for herself. I know you hate it, and I know you hate her.
I hate it.
I'm not the biggest fan of her either, but like the work that she's starting to do is starting to impress me. In the end, though, Flair gets the win via natural selection, which makes your number one contenders for the tag titles. And this was actually a shot from Hat over there. WrestleMania is going to be the what the fuck did they call themselves?
The Irresistible Forces.
Yeah, the Irresistible Forces taking on Charlotte and Alexa for the tag titles at Mania. That's what it's going to be, guys.
I mean, Charlotte and Alexa are going to win those back. They're going to win those back at Mania. So
Dark Tree says, "Oh my god, the two beached whales in the ring."
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So let me go back to the Kiana James things for a second. Kiana James has talent, and again, I was just talking about this about the Miz. She plays for the biggest sports team in the yard, so you know I can't be too down on her, but at the same time, they're trying to make her look strong, and I wonder if they're doing that because they're going to put her up against Julia.
I would be down to see that. I would be down to see that.
But would you want Kiana James to beat Julia for the title at Mania?
Yep. Because she ain't doing a fucking thing else. Like, she ain't doing a thing else, man. The BWF guys, this chat is on fire tonight.
Bro. See you.
That's great, guys.
I love you, buddy. I love you.
All right. So after that, we get a vignette from Jelly Roll and an interview with Cody. Sami Zayn comes up and is acting heelish. I love it. Sami Zayn heel turn confirmed. Not quite yet, but I do feel as though it's coming.
Bullshit. Tonight confirmed it for me. Yeah,
you think so?
Sammy's turning heel, dude. And I don't know who it's going to be on. And it's going to have to do with the WWE Championship. So
you didn't put the Orton part.
Did I miss the Orton part?
You must have missed the Orton part.
Okay. Well,
that's okay. So Orton and Sammy go to basically try to start to get into it as well. However, Orton tells him that he's proud of him, he believes in him, but he needs to start believing in himself. And then he looks at him real closely and he says, maybe you should start listening to the voices in your head.
Oh my God, you're right. You're right. I missed that. Oh,
to which Orton walked away and Sammy was left with a founded look.
I really
Tag Turmoil is a tag team gauntlet match for the number one contendership of the tag titles. So in this, you have the Motor City Machine Guns, Fraxium, Los Garza, the Wyatt Six, and Priest and R-Truth. This match is wild. Motor City Machine Guns and Fraxium was good to start off this match. First team eliminated was Motor City Machine Guns via countout. Los Garza was next in and quickly eliminated Fraxium. Next out was the Wyatts, and the whole family came out. Los Garza was putting in the work against the Six. Tongaloa interferes and costs the Wyatt Six as Truth and Priest come down to take their place. So now it's either Priest and Truth or Los Garza. These teams give it 200%. Truth was on fire. Got a little Ron Cena going. AA and a South of Heaven to give the win and the Mania ticket to R-Truth and Damian Priest.
Yeah, listen.
The fire is on.
This right here. Thank you for that.
Thanks for the clip.
This right here definitely tells me that we're probably going to see Priest and R-Truth win the titles at Mania.
I'd be okay with this.
Sure, but there better be a damn good comedy segment. That's all I've got to say. Because, man, the tag division 6 months ago was on fire. I was hoping for some sort of WrestleMania 17 type multi-man fucking tornado elimination ladder, whatever. Multiple teams.
We can see that.
I want multiple teams in this. And if it's not with the men, I want it for the women's. Thank you, sir.
Never mind.
Never mind.
I fussed at you for nothing. Yeah. We get the segment with Randy Orton and Sami Zayn. I thought that was like right after the Cody thing, though. Well, that might have been what I caught when I got home. I was working and trying to watch wrestling too. So
you're good, buddy. You're good. I was changing doctors,
but yeah,
so
we've already discussed that segment, so we're just gonna go ahead and move past. Rhea Ripley makes her way to the ring, calls Jade out. I respect you, Rhea promo, but you ain't getting my belt. I'm gonna beat the hell out of you because I'm that bitch. Rhea
Go
tells
ahead.
her, "I ain't scared. You won't get up. You won't get back up." Rhea says, "I'm gonna take it with force because I'm that bitch." It was. I got to see Rhea come out and call Jade out, and then I had to close up shop. So, what's up, Scott? How you doing, brother?
Good to see you, buddy.
So,
Welcome in.
that's kind of where I got. I did not get to see this segment at all. Just like the next couple of things. Uh, like what I'm fixing to cover, I didn't get to see. So
If you have
we get
questions, just say so.
let's see. So I'm sure that was a good back and forth with
It really
both
was.
of them face to face.
Let me say that Rhea
Mhm.
is gonna beat the shit out of Jade Cargill, and I can't wait. I
Oh
can't
yeah, oh yeah.
wait. I can't, Dark Tree, I know you're with me out there, baby. I can't wait, dude. I really go ahead.
I see something else with this. Okay,
Uh,
and I'm throwing this out here.
uh
Naomi's had the baby. I'm pretty sure she's had the baby already.
Yeah, but wouldn't she
What
show
a
up for the Raw
better
one?
way. No, what a no. She'd be going right
What?
after Jay Cargill, man.
It was the Raw title that she dropped though, and her
But there's
husband is
still
on
that
Raw.
bad blood. There's still that bad blood with Jay Cargill.
Oof.
So it's either a possibility of that or Bianca Belair finally making her way back and going after Jay Cargill.
Word is she is not cleared yet, and that's why they had to change plans and put Rhea on SmackDown.
You know what? I would believe that because I've seen the picture of her finger.
Yeah,
And
it's
that bitch
fucked
was
up.
cut like from like if you're looking at the
High
screen
five.
from probably about right here in your first little bend to about right there in your last little bend.
Right, right. So
Like she got all that.
carry on, Cuzzo.
We get the Candice LeRae Johnny Gargano segment. Let's go to the ring.
You
Da, da, da,
you
da,
want
da.
me to you want me to do it?
Let's
You
see.
want me to
Dark
do it?
Tree says, I think this will be the first match of the night, night one, and will be a flop because of Cargill.
Yeah.
That's fucking solid, bro. That's solid. Johnny Wrestling promo. He issues an open challenge. He's coming out of his coma. he was in a coma isk for like the last month, I guess.
Bro, he's probably gonna go right back into it after what happened. Keep
Mm.
going.
So match number 4 of the evening was do I even have to cover this? Everybody already knows, but it was Johnny Gargano versus Oba Femi. Johnny was ready to fight. This is a squash match. Poor Gargano.
Yeah, he got
Like
decimated, and by the time the lights were off, man, and Oba was doing his pose that he does, Gargano was already face down, back in his coma. So
yeah.
you know, I is what it is, man. They need to do something with him because he's gonna lose any momentum, and he could really do something if he tried.
Got his
He
ass
has to
kicked. Dark
try.
Tree says, you
Oh,
ain't wrong, bro.
100%.
I didn't get to see that, unfortunately. We get the Jay Cargill segment with Meechin and B-Fab. Meechin gets a title shot next week. Really?
Yep.
Why?
I just
She's
keep
not.
going.
She's not even viable for it. Okay,
She
now
should get her
I
ass
was back
kicked.
for this. Jim Pie says, "Hey, MJ,
Hey, what's going
more
on, man?
filler BS." I agree, Dark Tree.
Yeah,
Let's see. Then we get
go
where
ahead.
we at here.
Danhausen.
Dan Halson, Nick Aldis, Miz segment, Miz to tutor Dan Halson, and cursed. Like Dan Halson is probably going to be the next Truth
Yeah,
if he
he
gets
is.
to stay in. If he
He
gets to
is.
stay in that long, I feel as though that's what Dan Halson's going to be. But that's okay. Like if you haven't went down the Dan Halson rabbit hole, do yourself a favor and do that because he's
You
hilarious to
should.
watch.
Yeah, he's funny. He's funny as hell. I did some research on him because it Miz needs the curse. It'll be good for Miz. It'll be entertaining. But
Right.
man, I'm just telling you, Danhausen. Oh, that's great.
Dark
Great.
Tree says, "Can the Miz be any more cursed in the show?"
I, maybe.
I think he brings out a good portion of Dan Halson, but I think Dan Halson puts out more good comedy gold with Miz. I really
Yep.
I think that's how that'll work. All right, so we got Meechin versus Jade for the title next week. Jelly Roll's confirmed to be there, and we got the contract signing for the WWE Championship all taking place next week on Friday Night SmackDown. We get a true Cody feud video, decent, but we got to see it again, and it was kind of long. So that brings us to the main event of the evening, WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes trying to get the title back off of Drew McIntyre. Bell rings and Drew rolls out. Cody brings him back. The match shows Cody's mentality here. Decent match, tells the story well. Cody was on fire through most of it. There was a point when they went through the announcer table spot and it collapsed under him, which was hilarious.
Yeah, it was,
I don't know if y'all seen that, but that it just failed.
Yeah,
Cody goes through a table outside the ring or outside. Yeah, outside. The ending was Drew dominating. Drew hits Crossroads 1-2. Ooh. Cody hits a Claymore 1-2. Ooh. Wonderful storytelling. Cody wipes out the ref. Crossroads, but no ref. New ref Claymore. Cody kicks out. McIntyre gets a chair and Fatu takes it. Misses a Claymore. Super cutter into Crossroads 1-2-3. And we have a new undisputed WWE champion in the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
man,
Now, Dark Tree, correct me if I'm wrong. We said last week that this match would be Fatu costing Rhodes the title. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what we said. I swear that's what we said. Damn. So I was pleasantly surprised when they flipped the script and actually had Fatu not really screw Drew McIntyre, but cause. Okay, that is what we said. I told you that was what we said. But I think Fatu grabbing the chair is not really screwing Drew. It's just keeping it fair. It gave enough time for him to lose his concentration, and it cost him the title. But like me and you talked about just as soon as SmackDown went off the air, and Dark Tree, I think you should agree with this as well. Cody versus Orton at Mania is a bigger draw than anything else you could have wrote up right there. Does better than Cody and Drew, does better than Randy and Drew. Jacob Fatu being in the main event against somebody would have been a good draw as well, because people are going to pay to see him to see if he can do what he done last year. Because if I'm not mistaken, I believe he won the U.S. Championship at a Mania. I might be wrong on that, but I know he won it at a PLE. Being Jacob Fatu, that is. Not happy with the title picture right now.
Let me ask you, Dark Tree, and we're gonna open up the stage here in just a second. So you're welcome to migrate your way there. If you guys don't know, once we end the review, we normally open up the stage for a few minutes and bring people up. That's the direct link to the stage. Click it, and it will bring you straight into the Discord, straight to the Doobie Den stage where we are.
Dark Tree, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. What's best for business is Triple H's motto, bro. So, and that's kind of normal. This was a good week though. What did you rate SmackDown tonight, Cuzzo?
I think you said a 3.5 if I'm not mistaken. No, you said a 3. I'm gonna say a 3.5. I'm gonna have to go a little higher on you.
Well,
this was just about as good as Raw. Raw was better, hands down. Raw was better, but this was still a good show. The title match, no commercials, and it goes for half an hour. That was impressive for TV, guys. Just saying as a whole, that's impressive for TV because TV loves their commercials, especially in the US.
I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Guys, everybody, please welcome Dark Tree to the stage. Dark Tree, good to see you. What up? How you doing, my friend?
I'm okay. Good evening, everybody.
Let me crank your volume up there a little bit. Let me ask you, because you are one of the regular viewers here. You watch our shows pretty good. I've got to ask, what's your opinion, man? Like, you're saying you don't want Cody versus Randy for Mania. What would you have preferred?
It's not that I don't want to see Randy versus Cody at Mania. I just don't think they gave it enough build time.
Okay.
I think the whole title picture around the heavyweight title right now is just too jumbled. It's been passed around too many times. Like I said earlier in the show, the titles have lost their prestige that they once held. Guys
No, I
got
can.
I
that
agree.
title and they kept that title for years. And now it's like a random lottery. Who's going to be the champion this week?
Yeah, that's kind of fair.
You know what would actually be funny is if they like had a fucking lottery machine and they just rolled the ball. It was like, all right, this is who's champion this week.
I mean, you
I
guys
mean,
know
it's
they have
just
that ball roller thing.
And for
the
the Rumble.
the
Hmm.
one thing that I'm hoping for now is that Road Dogg is no longer with WWE and is no longer a writer.
Yep.
I'm hoping that things are going to change.
They will. They will. I know that he had a lot to do with the creative process. If you watched WWE Unreal season 2 in particular, you will see that there is a lot of Road Dogg influence in the writers' room at that time.
Mhm.
So without him being in the picture, yes, I do think it's going to be changed, and we won't know if it's better or good until we have a few months of this. So
Yeah.
we just have to kind of wait and see. But thank you for bringing that up. That is a valid point that we have not mentioned. Road Dogg no longer is employed with WWE, so that's a thing.
We should actually put that in wrestling news. Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
think about that. My fault.
that's all good.
And
That's
it's
all good.
and the memes associated with it are kind of hilarious at this point.
Oh yeah, there's memes for everything, man. And you bring up a valid point. Like they've not really had time to build the story, so I want to see a good story here. And again, I've been saying this for months, and Buddha, you can vouch for me, and Dark Tree, you've watched, you know. I want Cody Rhodes to turn heel. This could be the way. This could be it.
Well, I'll
So
go halfway with you on that. This could have been a great way to do it
sure,
if they would have given it the correct amount of build time.
I that's
Five
that's a
weeks is not the correct amount of time.
that's a fair
No
point,
way.
man. That's a fair point.
This,
Buddha, you
this
got
is
any
going.
questions for Dark Tree? Buddha,
So
you got any questions for Dark Tree?
I was listening to Dart Tree and then it just kind of went quiet.
I
Sorry.
honestly believe that Mania is going to be a squash match, and I hate to say that, but I think it's going to be a squash match that builds for backlash.
It could. Like you got no argument from me on that. It could build for that. I don't see it being a squash match though. I feel as though they still have 5 weeks left. They've got
Sure.
time to actually put some work into this. Next
Okay,
week we'll start it with the contract signing, and then after that, like you've got a couple weeks you can do interferences or cause DQs or something to that aspect. They've still got a little over a month with this. If they write it right and do it correctly, that they could make this look really good.
Sure.
well, what I was kind of meaning by squash match is I
Mm-hmm.
see this ending in DQ, either somebody outside interference or some way it ends in a DQ, and that's what sends it over to backlash.
Can I
Could do
say
it.
here, if they do a DQ at Mania, we get a DQ finish for the title, people will riot. They will
People will
absolutely
riot.
riot.
Now,
Cause
now
that
I hate
go ahead.
I hate to bring this guy into the discussion picture, but you've got to remember back in the days of Vince,
Yeah.
they would plan these main event matches a year in advance.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
The storylines would go 4, 5, sometimes 6 months
Yeah.
You want to know who's
before.
behind that? You want me to tell you who's really behind that? Y'all are going to really think I'm fucking crazy too. You want me to tell you who's behind that? That
Hit us.
storytelling for years to come? Heyman.
Oh
I
no,
watched an interview with him.
I don't think
I
that's
watched
crazy at all. I don't think
I
that's
watched an
crazy at
interview
all.
with him the other day where he was talking about the fact of instead of them worrying about the main event of Mania this year, they need to be worried about the main event of Mania next year. And then
Exactly.
the main
Exactly.
event of Mania after that. Like they're not just pushing, say, a couple of months on us. They're pushing years in advance that our thought process is going to. At least mine does. Like that when I think about this stuff, I think about down the line, where can it go?
Sure.
That's how this business developed the way it
Mm-hmm.
did, is because of great and amazing storylines. And this stuff that they're putting out as of late, don't get me wrong, they're doing the best job that they know how to do, but
Right.
it's just not the same wrestling product overall that it used to be.
Yeah,
I
that's fair.
agree. I agree.
That's fair.
And a lot of that has to do with the fact we have too many champions that don't have to defend their belts at all.
There it
And I
is.
on
There it is.
and I think it's rushed. It feels too rushed to me.
Okay.
I feel as though title changes are rushed.
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm
Okay.
getting at.
All right. Then yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with you. I do believe like I said, when I done my part of the review, which so the way we do the reviews, guys, for anybody that don't know, I am off normally on Monday nights, so I do the review for Raw. Hat is usually off on Friday night, so he does the review for SmackDown, and then we read each other's notes.
Yeah.
That's how we've always done it.
Which is kind of
So
let me say here that that's kind
yeah,
of
go ahead.
backwards, and we know it. That's just how we do it.
Hey, if it works, it
But
works. That's all that matters.
we've been doing this for a long time, and used to we would go over a lot of storylines and stuff like that. Like I could write storylines. I would love, like I know I'll never be seen on this or whatever, but if
Yeah.
WWE would give me a couple hours with one of their talent or one of their writers, I would write them some storylines that would
And
keep
you know
going
what,
for good.
Buddha? Here's the thing. Here's the thing, man. You're right. It is a stretch goal. It's way the fuck out there, but nothing is impossible. Okay, I'm gonna say that
Very
nothing is
true.
impossible. So
And you always got to expect the unexpected. Injuries would be number one thing. Injuries happen in daily life. We all know this. Yeah. If it happens in wrestling, usually it's more severe, like than say a everyday injury.
sure.
So they had to write that for 6 months, a year. Just like I seen a picture earlier. Jordan Grace got injured tonight before SmackDown went on the air.
Really?
Yep, she hurt her elbow.
Oh man, that
So she's
sucks.
probably out for a little bit. What were they doing with her? They were just starting to get her started. Then injury happens.
That's
now you're
horrible.
probably pushing 6 months at least before she'll be back. She's going to miss Mania. Like, especially this time of the year, guys, like talking about storylines and stuff like that. Injuries happen this close to Mania. You have to rewrite everything.
Yeah, man.
And that's like, some people have that gift to be able to do that on the fly. Others do not.
Right.
So I feel as though somebody came through with some better storylines moving forward. And just touching on the Road Dogg let go, I feel as though that might be the reason that he got let go, is he was too stuck in the now and not looking towards the future.
Well, see, that's another result of rushing everything.
Right.
These incredible amount of injuries that have been happening because you're not giving the performers enough time to work together, to practice, because everybody knows anything about the behind the scenes of this business. These people practice in the ring for hours upon hours with each other before the matches are even shown.
Yeah, like a show, for instance, goes on at say 8:00. They're usually there by noon, 1:00, getting started.
1,000%. I have to agree with both you guys, man. Like there's a lot of prep that goes in. There's a lot of planning that goes in. Yes, we do know it's all predetermined. Yes, we do know it's all decided in a writer's room. That's fine. It's meant to be a show. It's a show. It's like shows are written. It's okay.
Right, exactly.
Would
The
you like
other
me to
thing
tell you something that kind of disturbs me, though?
Go ahead.
Like, just seriously thinking about it, used to, you didn't have all this telecommunication and stuff that you do now.
No.
Producers couldn't talk to the refs and, guide them through the matches and things like that. Used to, the talent was a lot more talented.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they were
Kids
doing
today
their
have it
show,
easy.
when they were doing their matches, they were working on the fly with each other, not from somebody telling them, okay, this is the spot we need to be in. This is what we need to be doing. They knew to do this anyway. That
Right.
part kindly disturbs me
Okay.
because I feel as though we're paying for half of what we used to.
Well, and you know
I
what?
can
And we're
see
paying
that.
more too. We're paying more too. That's the thing. So
Right.
I got to stress that because there's so much, like, we go into it and we do all this. There's so much that goes into these matches. There's so much work. There's so many. We get the pyro, the lights, renting the building. It's just wow. It's just wow. I have to say, man, they do a good job, but at the same time, there are other things they fuck up on, and that's our job here at the Wrestling Review. Here we like to call them out on things that they screw up. So we do more than that too, though. We give them praise where it's due.
Right.
I think that's fair.
Amen, brother.
Dark Tree, did you have any questions for Buddha or myself?
Actually, yes, I have one that I've been thinking about for Mania.
Okay.
Do you think we finally get to see Becky Lynch get her ass handed to her at Mania?
By who?
I can't remember the girl's name. The one that's the ref.
Oh,
They
Jessica
did
Carr?
nothing. They did
Yes.
nothing with that on Monday, and it broke my heart. So I'm kind of hoping we
Yeah.
see it this coming Monday.
Do we finally get to see the snap and Becky Lynch just get her ass handed to her?
I would
I
love to
hope
see
so.
Jessica Carr. I would love to see Jessica Carr whoop Becky Lynch's ass. Yes, that would be great. I don't know that they're going to capitalize on it because she's a referee. That was something Vince would do 20 years ago, 100%. I don't know that that's something that Paul's going to do. So,
But you haven't seen the news that's been going around? She's
which
been
news?
she's been training.
Oh yeah, she
She
wrestles. She's a wrestler. I'm not saying
yeah,
she's not. I know that, and I heard about the Twitter stuff too. But
yeah.
in
She's
all
been at the
reality,
performance center.
well then she's getting ready for a match. If she's been at the PC, she's getting ready for a
Yeah.
match. So
She's been seen multiple times at the PC.
well, that answers that question, then, doesn't
That'll
it? um,
be. I think that'll be a good match. I think putting Becky there is one of the best ways to make her comfortable. Pardon.
Well,
I
see,
think it. I think it'd be great.
I don't think it's going to be a match at Mania.
You
I
think she's
think that
just gonna whoop her?
she's going to be the ref involved in a match with Becky, and Becky's going to do something stupid, and she's just going to snap and kick the shit out of Becky all over the ring.
I'm
I
okay
would
seeing
pay
that.
good money to see that. I would. I'd
I
pay good
think
money to see that.
I honestly think it's just going to be a snap moment,
Well,
Could
maybe.
be.
something that we
Um,
haven't seen in quite a while.
was there anybody else that wanted to come up on the stage before we start wrapping things up here? We'll give you a couple more minutes. Exclamation point stage. We'll put the link in chat, and you're welcome to come up. Then Dark Tree again. I want to thank you for coming up tonight, man. We appreciate
No
that.
problem.
Um,
Absolutely.
what did you give this week, Dark Tree, as far as 1 through 5?
Overall,
Yeah.
overall for
Overall.
the whole week, I would say if it hadn't been for all the nonsense that we had at SmackDown, I would have given the week an overall 4. But with the tag team division nonsense and the other filler nonsense we had tonight, I've got to say 3.5.
All right,
Okay.
man. I appreciate that. That's not a bad rating, and it's right where we're at too. So
Yeah.
I can't argue that. Thank you for that. Again, chat. Last call for anybody that wants to come up on the stage. Exclamation point stage. Come on up. We'll hear your opinions. We'll talk about it, and then we'll finish up here. So I've got one more question, and then we'll wrap
Shoot,
up
brother.
if no one says anything. Um, Darktree, you are going to watch Mania, correct?
Unfortunately, no. I do not have the ability to get the ESPN. I don't have the money to get that just for one PLE.
All right. Um, I'll get with you and we'll figure that out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's if you want, I might can help you with that.
Okay. I'm
There
not gonna complain.
is like it's going to be a good show this year, and I'm really as long as it can be multiple devices, I don't mind. Um, but I think that's gonna do it, man. You got anything, Buddha?
Nah, I think we're solid for the night, guys. As always, we want to thank you guys for coming on to watch the stream. Listen to the podcast if you're doing this on YouTube. Dart Tree, again, thank you so kindly for coming up on the stage and chatting with us. We always enjoy having your company. Chat as well. Thank you all so much for chiming in and discussing with us the shows. We will be live again next Friday night, same time, roughly 11:15, 11:20 Eastern Standard Time, discussing Raw, SmackDown, and any wrestling news that comes up in between the time.
Well, now
But
that's for the RevX review. Now, Buddha, are you streaming any this weekend?
probably not. I got to work most of the weekend.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I will be Darktree. I know you're up late. You got that 24-hour stream starting tomorrow, so I wish you the best of your luck, sir. That's
Yeah, I
going to be
have to
insane.
finish doing my overlays tonight for all my goals.
Yeah,
I was gonna do it earlier today, but I ended up taking a nap after you went off.
yeah, right,
So
right.
Well,
I've got to
Dart
do
Tree, I will
that.
do my best to jump in every so often and say hi to you.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate it. We're gonna have a lot of fun tomorrow.
I've tried to push it, man. I've tried to help with promotion just so you can, you know what I mean? That's what we do.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen it.
So,
I
but
appreciate it.
yeah, guys, if you don't know, I'll throw this out in the chat right quick. Darktree is a STFC streamer, and he is a wonderful individual. Please, if you do not follow him, I'm gonna put his channel in the chat. If you do not follow him, what are you doing, man? Just go drop the guy a follow. I definitely appreciate it. He would definitely appreciate it. Buddha would appreciate it. We all fucking appreciate it. Okay.
Pull the forehead away from the camera.
Lord.
Or
Let me
put the
have
bill
my
of the
moment.
hat down one.
Let me have my
Do
moment.
you,
I fixed the
do you
bill.
want me to do the SpongeBob thing?
Yeah, you can. If you can make
Bald.
it work.
Bald. My eyes.
Okay, that's fair.
All right,
wrap
guys.
us
But
up.
we are going to cut out here tonight. Thank you all again for coming on to watch the stream. We will be live next Friday night with another episode of RevX's Wrestling Review. Till then, I'm Buddha Fire. That's MJ Hat, and we have Dark Tree on as well. And we will catch you guys on the flip side later. Peace
Stay
out.
frosty, y'all.